Friend, I need to be brutally honest with you. You're likely pouring all your effort into productivity strategies that are completely missing the mark, leaving you feeling drained and frustrated, not effective. And I know it's tough to hear this because I've been exactly in that same cycle, chasing every new hack, working tirelessly, yet feeling like I was just spinning my wheels. But there's a fundamentally different approach. The truth is, the way most of us approach being productive is flawed, based on a misunderstanding of what truly drives results. We push harder, add more tasks, try to squeeze every last drop out of our day, only to crash and burn, wondering why it's not working. You feel like you're doing everything right, but somehow you're still not seeing the deep, meaningful progress you crave, right? What if I told you that the secret isn't in working more, but in understanding a completely different kind of resource? And look, I'm not here to fill your head with empty motivation or tell you it's easy. It's not. But it is possible to transform how you approach your time and energy, turning current frustration into genuine empowerment. In this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain on why your current pursuit of productivity might be actively sabotaging your real progress. We'll dive deep into understanding what actually makes a difference, moving beyond surface-level tips to core principles. If you're tired of generic advice and ready to grasp the real mechanics of intelligent productivity, stick with me until the end. Because what we're about to unpack isn't just theory, it's lived experience that completely reshaped my own life. Are you ready to stop just being busy and start being truly effective? So let's kick things off with a harsh truth. You don't actually have the same 24 hours as Bill Gates. I know. It sounds like a cop-out, a classic excuse. We've all heard the phrase, everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. And on the surface, it's true. The clock ticks for all of us at the same rate. But the raw, unfiltered reality is that the quality and availability of those 24 hours are vastly different for each person, especially when we talk about time and energy. See, Bill Gates isn't waking up at 5 a.m. worrying about his rent, dealing with a sick child, or commuting 2 hours in traffic before his workday even begins. He isn't constantly battling the mental load of managing a household, fretting over unpaid bills, or navigating toxic work environments that drain his spirit before he even sits down to focus. Those aren't just minor inconveniences, they're massive energy sinks. And for years, I beat myself up with that 24-hour mantra, thinking I just wasn't disciplined enough, not smart enough, or simply not trying hard enough. I'd look at successful people's routines, try to emulate them, and inevitably fail, spiraling into a deep well of self-judgment. I thought I just needed more grit, more willpower. But the real problem wasn't my effort. It was my misunderstanding of the fundamental resources at play. It wasn't about the quantity of hours. It was about the quality of energy available within them. Imagine your daily capacity as a battery. If you start your day at 100% and immediately have to spend 30% of that energy just to emotionally navigate a difficult household, or 20% fighting traffic, or another 20% putting out fires that aren't even yours at work, you're already operating at a severe deficit before you even touch your actual goals. You're trying to build an empire on a nearly depleted battery, and that's not a fair fight. The myth of equal 24 hours forces us to compare apples to oranges, leading to immense frustration and burnout. It's not about working harder when your resources are already stretched thin. It's about understanding how your current obligations, your environment, and your mental state impact your available energy. And when you truly get this, the blame shifts from your lack of discipline to a lack of strategic resource management. It's not that you're lazy, it's that your energy is being siphoned off by countless hidden drains, leaving you exhausted and ineffective. So, before we can even talk about how to be more productive, we need to acknowledge and address these invisible costs. Are you ready to identify where your energy is truly going? Okay, so now that we've shattered the myth of the equal 24 hours, let's get real about where your precious time and energy are actually disappearing. Because believe me, they're not just vanishing into thin air, they're being siphoned off by what I call small leaks. These aren't the huge, obvious time wasters, like binge-watching a whole season of a show, though those definitely count. No, these are the insidious, almost invisible daily habits and external demands that, over time, compound to destroy your capacity for high-impact work. Think of your time and energy as water in a bucket. You work hard to fill that bucket every day, maybe by getting a good night's sleep or having a healthy breakfast. But if your bucket is riddled with tiny holes, that water is constantly leaking out. And no matter how much you try to pour in, you'll never feel full. I used to be a master of these small leaks. I'd spend 10 minutes checking social media notifications, then another 15 responding to non-urgent emails the moment they popped up, then get distracted by a news headline for 5 minutes. Each instance felt negligible, a small break. But by the end of the day, those 5, 10, 15-minute increments added up to hours. Hours I swore I didn't have for my important projects. This isn't just about wasting time, it's about fragmenting your focus and constantly context switching, which is a massive energy drain for your brain. It's like trying to run 20 different applications on your computer at once. Everything slows down, and it's not just digital. Distractions. It's saying yes to every request, even when you're already swamped. It's endlessly scrolling through trivial group chats. It's getting caught up in office gossip. It's spending mental energy replaying past conversations or rehearsing future ones that may never happen. It's the just 5 more minutes that turns into an hour. We trick ourselves into thinking these are harmless, that they don't count as real work anyway, so it's fine to waste that time. But every single one of those leaks isn't just costing you minutes. It's costing you momentum, clarity, and the deep, focused energy required for truly impactful work. And the insidious part is that these leaks are often disguised as being responsive, staying informed, or being a good friend, colleague. We feel guilty saying no, or we have this fear of missing out. So we allow these tiny drains to chip away at our most valuable resources. But when you don't consciously protect your time and energy, you're essentially leaving your life open for anyone or anything to claim a piece of it. It's like leaving your front door unlocked. Anyone can just walk in and take what they want. So, the first step towards intelligent productivity isn't about doing more, it's about stopping the leaks. It's about becoming acutely aware of where your vital resources are truly going, and then having the courage to plug those holes, no matter how small they seem. Are you ready to confront these invisible thieves of your precious time and energy? All right, we've broken down the 24-hour myth and pinpointed those energy leaks. Now let's talk about smart allocation, how to truly manage your time and energy. This is a critical mindset shift. Many people instinctively prioritize buying material goods. While that's fine, for true productivity, your smartest investment is to buy time and protect your energy. First, what does buying time mean? It's about strategically offloading tasks that don't require your unique skills. Delegate, automate. Invest in tools or services that free up your mental bandwidth so you can focus on high-impact activities, your vacca latera. I used to do everything myself thinking it was faster, but it was a slow drain, sacrificing hours I could have spent creating or recharging. If you're struggling to start that passion project, yet spend hours on chores or administrative tasks, you're missing a trick. Your time isn't just money, it's the raw material for your future clarity and peace. So before you upgrade your phone, upgrade your freedom by investing in anything that buys you focused hours. This transitions to the second vital part, creating a robust protection system for your energy. Think of your mental environment as a perfume shop, not a landfill. We're constantly surrounded by emotional vampires, people who drain you with complaints or drama, and low-value activities like endless social media or superficial content. You must become fiercely protective. This means setting firm boundaries, learning to say no without guilt, especially to good opportunities that aren't great for you. Curate your information intake, choosing content that elevates. Design physical and digital spaces that foster focus. I used to feel selfish for muting group chats or declining social invitations, but protecting my peace wasn't selfish. It was essential to show up as my best self for what truly mattered. Your time and energy are finite. You can't generate more, but you can master intelligent allocation and fierce protection. When you do, you're not just managing a schedule, you're intentionally sculpting your life. Are you ready to actively reclaim your most precious resources? So, Let's bring it all back to where we started, remembering that feeling of chasing productivity the wrong way, of constantly pushing yet feeling like you're not getting anywhere. We began by challenging the ingrained belief that everyone truly has the same 24 hours, revealing how your unique obligations and environment act as unseen drains on your vital energy. We then unmasked the insidious small leaks, those seemingly insignificant daily habits and distractions that, when compounded, silently sabotage your focus and deplete your capacity for high-impact work. And finally, we explored the transformative power of intelligent allocation and fierce protection, understanding that your time and energy are not infinite, but incredibly valuable resources to be strategically invested and guarded. What we've discussed isn't a quick fix or a new shiny app. It's a foundational understanding of how you genuinely create results, not just activity. It's the clarity that comes from realizing productivity isn't about doing more, but about doing what truly matters with intention and protected energy. When you grasp that your personal energy is just as crucial, if not more so, than the minutes on the clock, everything shifts. You stop blaming yourself for not keeping up and start seeing the systemic drains. You move from a state of constant reaction to one of conscious, strategic action. This isn't about being perfect overnight. It's about making small, consistent shifts that compound over time, like a snowball gaining size as it rolls. The goal isn't to become a productivity machine that never rests, but to become a human being who is genuinely effective, energized, and in control of their own journey. You're not trying to be Bill Gates. You're trying to be your most authentic, productive self, given your unique circumstances. This transformation is about empowering you to recognize your real inputs and outputs, to value your mental space, and to treat your time and energy with the respect they deserve. It's about building a life where your efforts are genuinely aligned with your desired outcomes, leading to real progress and a profound sense of fulfillment, rather than just exhaustion. It's tough, I won't lie. But once you start to see these principles in action, once you feel that shift in control, there's no going back. The path becomes clearer and your actions become infinitely more powerful. At the end of the day, friend, this isn't just about managing a calendar. It's about leading your life with intentionality. It's about understanding that every single choice you make, from what you consume online to who you spend your precious time with, is either adding to your energy reserves or silently draining them. I spent years in that exhausting cycle, believing that sheer brute force was the only path to success, that my worth was tied to how many hours I logged or how many tasks I checked off. I'd fall into bed, utterly depleted, wondering why the big breakthrough never came, why I still felt so far behind. It was only when I truly embraced these fundamentals, the myth of equal time, the cost of small leaks, the power of intelligent allocation and fierce protection, that the tide began to turn. It wasn't instant, but it was undeniable. The person you're going to be 6 months from now, a year from now, is being shaped by the decisions you make with your time and energy today. Are you choosing to be a conscious sculptor of your life, or are you letting external forces chip away at your potential? This journey of conscious productivity, of real transformation, isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about becoming more discerning, more intentional, more attuned to what truly serves your highest self. You're not alone in this. So many of us are waking up to this truth, tired of the superficial hacks and ready for genuine, sustainable change. It's a journey that requires courage. The courage to say no, the courage to prioritize yourself, the courage to redefine what productive truly means for you. But I promise you, that courage is rewarded with a clarity and a sense of empowerment that no amount of busy work or external validation can ever give you. Your life, your time, your energy, they are yours to command. What will you do with them? So, if what we've discussed today truly resonated, if you're ready to reclaim your time and energy, I'm not asking for generic like and subscribe. Instead, let's continue this conversation towards genuine clarity and strategic action. Tell me in the comments, what's one small leak you're ready to plug, or one way you'll start buying time this week? Sharing your commitment helps solidify it and builds this community of people serious about real transformation. If you're ready to stop chasing productivity the wrong way and lead your life with intention, consider joining us. It's about authentic growth, because when you truly understand how your time and energy work, everything changes.